So I think with this game, I think it's pretty apparent that the Warriors need to make a trade for that second star or someone that could just score the ball consistently as a second option. So they played the Wolves tonight. The Wolves won. Basically, um, it was a game in like I guess the first half, but the Wolves just dominated in the fourth quarter. Yeah, so yeah. Steph, he had 23. Kaminga, he started today, even though Draymond came back. I guess Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, he's kind of like wishy-washy. Like, I noticed over the years, ever since the Jordan Poole situation, I guess he's giving his young guys more of an opportunity, but he's still very like hesitant. Because because the problem with Steve Kerr and a lot of other coaches that have the success that they have, it's like they're very stubborn. They stick to a certain game plan because obviously that game plan got them so many success over the years. So with Steve Kerr, it's I'd rather rely on my old guys than give my new guys a chance. And you see it a lot, especially in this season. Biggest example is Moses Moody. You know, he's been with the team for I think since 22, and he's still not getting the opportunity that he deserves. So yeah, and Kaminga, he had 13, shot 6 of 15, 1 of 4 from three. He's kind of inconsistent. I thought I was one of the believers that he was gonna make that jump this year to being their second star, but it hasn't happened. And there's still a chance he could pick the season up. I mean, he's been playing pretty good recently. He just had a slow start to the season. I think that's what's influencing Steve Kerr to be like so wishy-washy with him. Because when he plays 30 minutes a game, he averages basically like 20 points per game. He's a 20-point per game scorer on like 50, 43, something splits. But he played 28 tonight, and it was just an off night. But that comes with just being a young player. You're gonna be on and off. Wiggins, he had a kind of alright game. I wish Wiggins, he's been playing good this season, but I kind of just wish that he was just more of a scorer. Because ever since he left Minnesota, it's kind of like he just fell into like a hole, and he's basically doesn't exert himself in the game. Like he just tells himself like, I'm just gonna do this, this, and that, and just leave it at that. He has his moments, like he'll burst out for like 28 or something, but they're very like uncommon. And so I wish Wiggins was like more of the second guy, because he could score the ball. Like I wish, in a way, I do wish he went back to like his Minnesota days, where he was averaging like 23 a game. But I mean, he had a bad rep, but he could put the ball in the basket. That's like sometimes I wish Wiggins kind of went back to that type of player, like not necessarily just all offense, no defense, kind of like a mixture of both. And I don't know, he has to find like the middle ground basically. Like I think he can be like a 23 point per game dude while still also being the solid defender that he is now. But I don't know, maybe he's too old. Maybe this is the player that we're gonna see for like the next couple years. But yeah, possible trades the Warriors can make. First person that comes to my mind is probably Zach LaVine. The Bulls, they're kind of shipping around. They want to trade him, Vucevic, and Ball by the deadline. He's not really a star, but Vucevic, you can make a trade for him if you think that's what you need, a stretch big, someone that can score the ball. Another person I'd say they should target is Brandon Ingram. If the Pelicans want to move into like a rebuild, I don't know. They're the 15th spot in the West. So if they just want to blow things up, design experiments not really working, I think the Warriors should look at that direction. He offers, scoring. Brandon Ingram, in my opinion, is like one of the best second options that you can have in the league. he has like I wish we got to see more with him and Zion when Zion's healthy, because they look like a pretty good duo. Because Brandon Ingram was like very very consistent as a player. Another route. This one's probably it probably won't happen. Jimmy Butler, because the Heat, they're just like it's the same old Heat team that we've seen for years on now. So maybe they want to move into a different direction and finally like see what they got in Bam. Bam's been kind of disappointing this season. Maybe you might want to. I doubt you would, but maybe you might want to ship Bam. Maybe they could somehow convince them, like, hey, Kuminga's gonna be this wonderful player. You want that? We'll get Bam back. I don't know, but that's probably like way out there. But maybe those two Heat stars, they could make a play for either one of them. But yeah, the Warriors, they just need a solid second dude to help Steph Curry out, because you're going to have games like this where, you got your role players, but none of them really go off. Because you're going to need, someone needs to score the ball other than Steph Curry. That's just how it is. Obviously, when the playoffs come, or even in a regular season game plan is going to be, okay, let's stop Steph to the best of our ability and let the other guys beat us. And if the other guys can't beat you, then you're going to lose the game. So that's just how it is.